Hello everybody, Gisele Grenier here. So in this video, we're going to be creating a Day of the Dead pumpkin. I'm going to calling this one Mad Jack. So I've got a sketch done here. I've been doodling and I did the happy one, which was something like this. And now there was a Mad Jack and I thought, well, I'm going to collage paper in that. But I want these to be easy enough for kids. So I'm going to change it. So this is what I came up with here. So it's still a take on Jack, and what I want to do is I want to add some stamps to this. I'm going to show you after. First thing we're going to do, which always takes time, is we got to prep the pumpkin. I already have that in the first video. Wash with warm soapy water, rinse well, let air dry. And then you can do a light sanding with wet dry sandpaper if it's still really waxy, and rinse it off again. And then from there, 2 coats of gesso. I use my grip brush, which is really strong bristles, which gets right inside the pores of the pumpkin. These are the miniature pumpkins I picked up. This one was pretty damaged and I got them on for a really, really stupid price. So what I want to do now is I want to paint it, and because we're working with the Teal Pumpkin Project, it's going to be teal, of course. You can use a ready-made teal acrylics, or you can make your own. This one I'm going to make more on the green side. So phthalo blue, phthalo green, and white. Now, just to show you, in case you don't have the colors, especially if the kids may not have the single pigment colors, the phthalo blue is just a really, really, really deep blue, very intense blue. The phthalo green, this one leads towards blue, so it's just a really, really dark green. You can also use Viridian if you want, but really any blue, any green with some white. Okay, and these are the Deco Art Americana Premium paints, and I've got the pigment numbers on the back here if you wanted to know what they were. And the gesso, I use the premium white gesso as well. But I've got all that covered off in the other video. So, oh my goodness. All right, so I'm going to mix these together, and the leftover paint I'm going to use for another project. Now this paint is really, really thick. As you can see how now this is a really, I wanted it to be a bit of a lighter teal. If you make it too green, if you add too much green, it'll be more turquoise. Actually, this is pretty good right there. Actually, no. You know what? I'm going to make it even a little bit lighter. And if you don't have gesso, just use white paint. There we go. Because the paints are thicker, they will take a little bit longer to dry. You can use anything you want. That's really good, that one there. Okie dokie. So let's paint you. Did I just get? No. No, I made this mistake last time. I painted the bottom when I shouldn't have. Paint only one side at a time. Now, as I put this on here, this looks baby blue. But what we'll do is, because we can always put 2 coats of paint. This paint here is usually a 1 coat coverage on the pumpkins that I'm working on. This one here is going to be 2 coats because it's so textured. This poor little guy, he had a bad experience in the field. I don't know what happened to him. But what I'll do is I'll wait for this to dry because acrylics dry darker, and I can always come back in with the darker paint. So you know the deal here. Paint it, let it dry, then apply a second layer if need be. So when we come back, we'll see what this color looks like. So I left it the original color. I just put 2 coats of paint on here. So now I'm going to pick a side. I'm thinking this side would be good for stamping right here. All right. Okay, so this is where it's going to get interesting. So, you know, so Jack basically looks like this here. I want to bling him up a little bit, so I'm going to do something like that. But the eyes, I came up with a better idea. So I've got all these stones, so I thought, you know, using the turquoise stone here, or teal stone right there might be kind of cool. Use that. Then I've got these. Now these, I don't know who makes these. They're called circles and swirls. So I thought I could use these for some of the embellishment, or some of the markings on his face. And then I saw this text stamp, and I thought, oh, let's see what we can do with this text stamp. So I'm going to use the Stays On solvent ink because it's permanent, and just going to grunge them up a little bit. And this one I'm going to do all the way around. Oh, and I also roughly painted the stem as well. Didn't cover it all though. Okay, so like that. And if you have, now kids use whatever you want. If you have a tub of water handy to, throw your stamps in there before cleaning, that's fine. I'm going to put mine in a baby wipe. Just like that. Put that together, put that aside. And then the eyes. Okay, so we are going to have to do some painting. Oh, I need black paint. Black paint. I'm going to get the Decor at Media Fluid acrylics. And here's my little brush. So the stone, so we're going to get the general shape of the eye. So let's make it really big. Don't forget, he has to be mad. Is that big enough for the stone? Not even close. You can use a marker for this. So nice and big. And if you don't have the stones, that's fine. That is totally fine. Oh, let's straighten you out a little bit. That's pretty good. I never get this stuff even. With age, as you get older, your hands get a little bit more shaky. So maybe you can ask a grown-up to help you with this part if you're having a little bit of trouble getting the shape. Don't worry about it. You can even cut out construction paper. Oh, I like that one better. Ooh, because it's not curved. So let's just straighten that out here. Make a mad face. Like that. How's that? Oh, like that. All right, so what else have we got here? We've got his nose. So I'm going to turn it upside down so you can match the design. And make like a little, just pushing the brush down and lifting it up. Like that. Then I'll go the other side. And just put a little bit closer together. You don't have to make this perfect. Hopefully I'm not getting in the way. And then the mouth. The mouth, I think, I would love to have done that with the stamp, but so the mouth, I'm going to start right here. We're going to make a massive happy face. You may be a little bit easier if you use a marker. You notice I don't talk when I do this. There we go. Now draw the lines really fine. Oh my goodness, my hands are so shaky. And I like doing the stitch lines, different angles, some small, some big. Ooh, that one's too big. You'll need to get a little round brush for this part. go. I like that. Okay. All right, what's next? All the fancy stuff. Now you can do this with paint if you want. I'm going to let the eyes dry before putting the stone in there. You can do this part with paint. I'm going to use the stamp. So I saw this one. So I thought this would be kind of cool right there like that. I don't know how much of it I'm going to be able to stamp though, because this pumpkin's really wonky. Now I do have other pumpkins, but I've got they're going to be stenciled, so this would be easier on a bigger pumpkin and one that's smooth. Whoopsie. If this doesn't work, I'm going to wipe it off right away and just use paint. Ugh. I don't like that. Okay. Do I have time? Oh, it's permanent. Okay. You know what? I'm going to do it with paint. So let's just... Oh, I was hoping, because I don't like doing these little lines like this. They make me uncomfortable. Yet, my students say, just do it. Okay. I'll have to use a cotton swab. Oh. Forget it. You know what it is? I wear glasses and they're I'm gonna put little stones on these ends. Oh my, oh, well, that's okay. I want to take my glasses off to do this. Okay, so let's follow that. Okay, so, oh, the dots. Let's use the cotton swabs, the ones from Grip. I'm going to use the ends of the swab. So that's three. What else have we got? Oh, no, this one I want to use. I want to use the stamp for this one. A little circle. I should be able to. If you've got the big pumpkin that's smooth, yeah, the stamps will work a little bit easier for you. Yeah, see, that one worked. Yes, put it on an acrylic block. That would be much better. Okay, this one here is what I wanted to... Oh, let's try and see. What's the worst that can happen, right? Nah, no. Not even gonna bother with that one. And I just realized what my idea for the eyes wouldn't have worked because the stamp only goes one way. Silly me. Silly me. Well, so let's say we can't use that. Can't use that. So let's use some stones. Jack's a boy. Jack's a boy. So let's do blue stones. Let's use blue stones. I'm going to get the liquid glass for this. Okay, I'm going to put liquid glass on the ends of this. Okay. There. And I'm going to let it set up for a few seconds. Okay. And what else did I have here? That's fine. I need to make a little line. I'm not going to worry about that. Oh! Well, other than the stones here, he's done. There's a swirl underneath, but won't be able to see it. Let's just add another 2, make it 5. We won't need to add the blue stones because there's not enough room. one there. And yeah, you're going to have the liquid glass coming up. That's okay because I'm going to fill it in with liquid glass. And then the other one right there. Where's my little brush? So I'm going to take the liquid glass and just go around. That's going to make his eye look shiny. Joe just came upstairs, so I thought I'd just do this to save time. So I'm just painting the stem with the Decor Dazzling Metallics. This is Festive Green, just to add a little bit of contrast. And what I did as well, it's going to take a day to dry. I added liquid glass all inside here. And I'm looking at this now, I'm thinking the text stamp here might have been a little bit much. So I can come back just to show you how to fix it. Get a clean brush and go back with the paint that you were using before. And you can, whoops, see what I just did? Oh, I'm such an idiot. And I'll do it on the back here. And you can just cover up. And don't forget, this is going to dry darker. You can just cover that up if you didn't like the text. Or actually, this would just send it a little bit in the back. So let's do another one. So I kind of like it. Like even here, I can fix this up a little bit. You can't see what I'm doing. I could completely erase this. I just want to fix up the middle. Then I can come back with the black paint, tidy that up. Like even here. Now this is getting kind of picky. You don't need to do this. Just to show you how you can fix some stuff up. I mean, I really went bonkers with this one. A bit too much of the text is a little overpowering. So I'm just going to set it back a little bit. It'll still show through just a smidgen. It'll show through just a little bit. Same thing when we work with paper with writing on it. And we just put a little bit of gesso just to kind of set it back so it's not so busy. I mean, this one here, I can completely cover this one because I only did the stamp on one side. But you see how it's not so... Whoa, some of the paint came off. I didn't let it dry enough. But see, now he's not so busy. There we go. See, it's starting to dry. You can still see a little bit. So you can do this as much as you want. So there's our Happy Jack. Or no, Mad Jack. Mad Jack. Really what you would then just do is, you know, if you wanted to, is the varnishing. Now the varnishing, you know, that's completely up to you. Indoor, outdoor varnish if it's might be raining. If it's not going to be raining, then I wouldn't worry about it. If you're using plastic pumpkins, then yeah, you might want to look at doing the varnishing just so you can use your pumpkins again next year. But these are real pumpkins, so they're not going to last longer than this season. All right, so I'm going to let this dry overnight, and then we'll see what it looks like when it's ready. Okay, I'm loving the way that Mad Jack turned out. It actually didn't quite turn out the way I was hoping, but well, I love the way he's being displayed with all the black gauze and all that stuff. So I'm really happy with this. I hope that you enjoyed this project and give it a shot. I would love to see pictures of what you create. If you can post it in the community, which is linked below, that way we'll all get to see pictures and we'll actually get notified when stuff is posted. Not like YouTube, which seems to be forgetting to notify people already. So I hope you enjoyed this and stay tuned for the next video. Until then, stay inspired.